first thing you have to do before you work on any plumbing supply line is turn off the water. It's a simple matter of turning a knob. The first place to look is at the water meter. All houses have a cutoff valve at the meter, usually one that looks like an outdoor spigot. Sometimes there's a cutoff on each side of the meter. Either will do the trick. There's no need to shut down the water with both valves. Turn the knob clockwise until it stops to cut off the water.
Plumbing tasks using copper pipe almost always involve soldering. Here are some safety procedures to keep in mind. Above all, wear safety glasses when soldering. Gloves can protect burning hands from hot pipes and insulate against dripping solder. Propane tanks contain compressed gas, so treat them with respect. When lighting a propane torch, always have the spark lighter ready before turning on the gas. Always hold the nozzle away from you when you apply the spark lighter. Some newer propane torches have a trigger-type igniter which is easier to use. Again, hold the nozzle away when lighting. All soldering involves the use of molten metal, which behaves like any other liquid. It can drip and splash, causing a burn hazard to both skin and materials. Always ensure that neither flame nor molten solder will come in contact with skin or clothes. When soldering requires you to work against a wall, inside an access panel, or near the ceiling or floor joists, the flame can be a fire hazard. Avoid this by hanging a flame-proof barrier made of fire-retardant material behind the worksite. Flame-proof barriers also can prevent dripping solder from burning nearby furniture, flooring, and other flammable materials. Even though it doesn't change much in appearance, freshly soldered pipe is hot. Allow ample time for the joint to cool before proceeding. Likewise, the nozzle of the propane torch will be hot after use. When done soldering, remove the torch to a safe location. Finally, always keep a fire extinguisher and a bucket of water handy when soldering. Always be sure of the type of pipes you will be working on when plumbing. It is one of the most important safety checks you can make. You don't want to mistake a gas line for a water line. Copper pipe commonly distributes water throughout most homes. Builders often use plastic water piping such as PVC as drain material in homes and CPVC for supply lines. A more recent innovation is flexible PEX tubing, color-coded red and blue for hot and cold respectively. And while not common, galvanized steel may also be used depending on local code. Almost exclusively, black pipe is the choice for gas lines and installations. It should never be used for water. When tracing water lines, avoid black pipe. Many older homes can have a hodgepodge of piping materials for both gas and water: copper, cast iron, galvanized steel, even lead. When in doubt about the pipes in your home, call a professional before attempting any work. Plumbing requires a lot of climbing and crawling, so don't make the task more difficult than it has to be. Before starting any plumbing project, be sure to gather all the tools and supplies you'll need so they'll be close at hand. Remove anything that may get in your way. There's not much elbow room beneath the sink, for example, so box everything up and put it aside. If you'll be working near the ceiling, a good, strong ladder is a must. Be sure the ladder is rated for your weight and is steady before climbing. Wear regular shoes when using a ladder, not sandals. A helper is always a good idea to keep the ladder steady and to hand tools up to you. Because many plumbing projects entail a lot of pounding, cutting, soldering, and working above your head, always wear eye protection. Likewise, good quality work clothes can protect you from injury and the potentially high bacteria content of wastewater and debris. Long sleeves and pants are best. When soldering or cutting metal pipe or other parts, gloves can protect your hands from cuts and burns. Remember that water and electricity don't mix. Use proper precautions and follow all manufacturer's instructions when combining plumbing and electrical work. If there's any danger of water being splashed on electrical outlets, shut them off at the breaker box. Finally, always remember to wash your hands thoroughly with an antibacterial soap after completing any plumbing job. While many plumbing tasks, such as replacing a fixture or appliance, don't involve building codes, any pipes you install to provide new service do. Plumbing codes are established to maintain safety in the infrastructure of the home and to ensure compatibility among plumbing installations. While all of the projects and procedures in this video presentation follow common national guidelines, local codes are often harsher and may restrict certain procedures or materials. Re-examining the plumbing supply shelves at your local home center can provide a quick idea of what's allowed in your community. If there are long rows of one item but not much of another for the same application, you've learned something about common use in your area. You still have to do your research and check local codes to confirm that all materials meet standards, but now you have a place to start. Begin with your local building department or town hall. They'll guide you through the process of getting accurate information. When applying for permits, be sure to take drawings and plans with you. Most important of all is to do all your research into codes before starting work. If the building inspector doesn't approve the work you've already done, you'll have to tear it out and start all over again.